Around the time when I was in the nursing home, see, it's different when you're in a nursing home than when you're living at home with your home health aide. The aides in the facility, not really in most cases, can go out with you. So if I wanted to go to a movie or I wanted to continue my schooling, that would have to wait till I go home. A lot of times there were wrestling events where you could meet the stars and get something signed or whatever, or go to a movie, or even visit family on holidays. I would either have to have somebody meet me at both ends because I couldn't really physically handle it on my own, or somebody would have to accompany me. And sometimes I wanted to go to the bank and just take some money for spending money because the food in there was terrible, and also that's your only dignity and your only happiness when you got money in your pocket, when you're in facilities, nursing homes, hospitals, and places like that. And plus, it was better than cash because, in those places, things can walk. Um, so I hired this kid that would volunteer, was stupid enough after the nursing home fired him. He had no ambition whatsoever, and even one of his good friends says he's not that smart. For 2 years or 5 years, whatever, he just stayed at home, and then he decided to volunteer again, which he was getting little to nothing. Till finally, my cousin helped him out with a kitchen job. But this kid was very weird in the sense he wasn't a kid, he was my age, but he was weird in the sense that he would literally drool after girls and do stupid little looks and then wonder why he didn't have a girlfriend. And then he would talk about getting laid and all these things and try to act tough when he was drunk, but we all know that was bullshit. Um, and then, he hangs around big guys like the two dogs in the Bugs Bunny cartoon. Hey, Bugsy, where we going, Bugsy? Huh, Bugsy, where we going? Huh, boss? Tell me, boss, huh? Huh, boss? Huh, boss? Hey, boss, what do you say there, boss? You know, all this type of things. But then when it came to me, he liked me and whatever, and he enjoyed my company. Then he started taking advantage because he know I had no other choice. And a lot of times he left me stranded because he was a wuss and he had no backbone, and he was like a 10-year-old kid in a 30-something-year-old man's body, where his mom said he had to do the lawn. He mowed the lawn, and he freaking stood me up and couldn't just tell me, I'm a big boy, I could handle it, that he was mowing the lawn. See, Accessoride is very strict with being out there and being in front of their face. Otherwise, they leave you. And they, especially when you're at your pickup address and they don't come back. So I was paying him a few dollars here and there, and a good chunk of change of money. Plus, he said he was getting another tattoo, which, P.S., his parents didn't like the first one and almost threw him out. This coming from a kid that, you know, he told me himself. I didn't hear this from anybody. He told me himself that he raised a lot of money on internet porn and stuff like that. So, and then he would say the most off the wall things and expect girls to like that. After a while, he just was treating me like I was a little kid, or I had no brains, or I was some like really super duper, um, you know, mentally challenged or very special person. And then, all of a sudden, he's ignoring me off social media and stuff. And then you see him comment, because he's a creeperton. You see him comment on ladies' social media, which they couldn't give two shits whether he did or not. They don't even know he's alive. But when I would contact him, he would ignore me. So, you know what, fuck you. And then he told one of my friends, Sal, that I was demanding. I wasn't demanding, I was helping you out. I begged you, please, because there was no way I... Listen, before anybody could judge me, you be a quadriplegic in a chair and be stuck in the facility and see how it feels. It feels like the walls are closing in on you. It feels like cabin fever. It feels like um it feels like, how can I put this? You really feel trapped, beyond trapped, beyond trapped. Trapped is not even the word. So how would you like it? I wasn't being demanding because he wasn't doing this shit for free, first of all. And he probably got a good amount pocket money because whatever they were doing for him, that little favor shit off the books, wasn't cutting it. And then I was very nice to him. And he met a lot of people. And he went a lot of places that he probably would have never gone on his own accord. So he needs to shut the fuck up. He's like he's like Urkel on crack. He's a Filipino version of Urkel. I swear to you, if freaking, and I like Manny Pacquiao and I love the Filipino people, but they're known to be good lovers, and this kid sure ain't. And it's a shame because I really liked Arnell, but he's a weasel and he likes putting people's business out there. That's why I don't care when I'm telling what I'm telling, because he's a weasel. He's a go-behind guy. He's a stoolie. He's like a little girl, and he prays to be around big guys because he feels that they'll have his back, but they don't know. They know that he's a goofball. They know it. And, it comes a point where you're not going to be able to hide behind other people. And it hurt my feeling when he said I was demanding, because I never demanded anything. I was literally begging because I needed a favor. I never said the definition of demanding, when you force and you use forceful language and you use words like you better or you gotta or where the hell were you. All I said was, please, brother man, help me out. I have nobody else, and these are opportunities that I want to meet these people. That's all I said. I never demand anything. If you want to check the dictionary, fucking go back to school. I freaking can't stand this kid. He's a lecherous type of dude. He doesn't know how to talk to women. He thinks he's cool. And that's another thing. One of my friends that know me for years, Mike Russo, was teasing me and calling me Wheels. You don't have the right to jump on that bandwagon, Arnell, to call me Wheels, because if anybody would have known any better, they would know that I would die to freaking get up and walk. My friend Jason made a joke, and I laughed because, it was pretty funny, but in retrospect, it wasn't funny, but I love Jason. So it didn't really matter. And I know that he would do anything for me to have my legs. I said, I know I don't have my legs and God didn't give them to me, but, and he said, God gave you your legs. He just said, fuck them. But Jason, you know what? You shouldn't have said that. This is why people treat me the way they treat me. This is why Arnell treats me the way he treats me. Because you know what? If I would have legs, I wouldn't be searching and looking for you. Because it's like, nobody knows how it is to be lonely. Like sometimes I hit you up and you don't get back to me, Jay. So yeah, God did say fuck me for a lot of reasons, but you know what? I'm still striving, and God did give me blessings besides that. So it's like whatever. But this kid, he comes off a little bit. God forgive me, and I know this is incorrect language. He comes off as a retard, and he comes off as very gossipy, and he comes off as very bitchy like a little girl, and someday he's gonna regret it. It's not gonna be me, cause he's not worth my time and space. But he's a pencil neck geek, and he's not even a geek, cause geeks are smart, and he could hide behind you and Sal, cause I really don't give a damn. But just know, as much as he did the shit to me, he could do that to one of you guys. Going back to what I was saying about Mike Russo, Mike is still my friend, and Mike looks forward to the wrestling events. Me and Mike relationship has thing, but he's such a tool and such an asshole and a little shit that because Mike was teasing me and making fun of me, he jumped on that bandwagon. He don't even know Mike from a fucking hole in the wall. This is why I got no respect for the kid. I mean the girl. So that's just it. But that's the story of the pencil neck geek.